How are you today? I feel like it's been a long time since I've done a stream. Oh, sorry, give me 1 second. I'm just going to... Oh, why is this not working? Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, I feel like it's been a long time since I last did a stream. Usually, if you're a returning viewer, you would know that I'm streaming every Thursday, and on Thursdays what I do is I like to make some simple, easy recipes to cook with you guys. And it's actually been 1 week, and it feels like it's been more than that because actually a lot has happened in between now and the last Thursday. So if you're a returning viewer, you would know that we actually had to move. So we were actually in an Airbnb from January until, last weekend. And last weekend we had the big move, and we usually stay in an Airbnb because we just relocated, and now we're actually staying in a nursing home. But it's quite funny because this company, they have a parent company that does nursing homes, and then they also have some flats that they rent out for short-term rentals, and we are considered short-term rentals because we don't have a permanent contract. And yeah, it's a bit frustrating. There was a lot of stressful things that happened between this time, so I was actually not sure if I wanted to do this stream. But yeah, it feels like it's been a long time since I got to catch up with some of you, and usually I have some friends who join as well, so I thought it would be nice just to do a stream today to see if any of you are watching today. And I was gonna make a meal for myself anyways, so yeah, welcome. So today, maybe I'm just gonna turn on the light, maybe it'll be better. Okay, yeah, that's a bit better, I think. So yeah, today I'm going to make a healthy salmon bowl, and I'm trying to do a bit more of clean eating. So the past couple meals I've tried to cut down on some carbs, really fill up on protein and veggies. I'm not trying to do any strict diet in any ways, but today's meal is just kind of like a little refresher because I wanted to stick to sort of cutting down the carbs and eating something that is fulfilling yet healthy. So I think usually what I would do is cook some rice to add into my salmon bowls or whatever it is, poke. I actually used to like having a mix of greens and rice for poke bowls, but yeah, for today I'm just gonna do strictly greens, and I have so many herbs that I bought to make a different recipe, which is corn fritters I found on Instagram, and I've made different versions of it in the past. But the version that I will be making, not on a live, it's got loads and loads of fresh herbs. So I think I'm just gonna do really easy salmon. I'm just gonna do some salmon in the microwave, which I've not done before, but it should work because the thing is, now that we're in this flat, I don't have an oven and I cannot roast any salmon, and I don't really want to cook it on the stovetop because salmon is quite a fatty fish, so I don't want to get the oil splatters everywhere. It's a newly renovated flat. Nobody's lived in here before us, so I'm going to try to keep things as clean as possible. So in terms of veggies, I just picked this up today. I'm kind of winging my recipe, which is what I usually do. I just go along how I feel and just mix flavors and ingredients here and there. So yeah, I picked these up earlier at a grocery store called Lidl. I think it's a German grocery store, and it's kind of like a discount, cheaper grocery store in Europe. And I don't know if they have it in North America, because I know Aldi is in the US, that's for sure. But yeah, I just picked these up there. It was like $1.79, really good price, because I usually shop at a grocery store in France that's a bit pricier called Grand Frais. Some of the items are about the same, like this was a $1.49, this cucumber, and there it's around the same price, but this one is bio, so it's organic. But anyways, Lidl is just right downstairs, so it's really convenient for me. And I didn't really brainstorm so much what exactly I'll put in, but for sure I'll be putting in salmon. That's the main protein source for my recipe. So I'm just gonna get my salmon out here. Have my salmon. This is from Grand Fry. We picked this up, we picked this up like the day after we moved in. And it was actually a pretty good price. It's $12.32 for this. And this will feed us at least, for me and my husband, 2 meals at least. So I think we actually have to up our protein take, but for now, this is what we're working with. And yeah, so there's the salmon. So I just have one chopping board, so I'm just gonna use like the other side to cut my salmon. And I'm working first with the salmon because I want to marinate it a little bit while I cut up and decide on all my fruits and veggies. I'm struggling. So if you're watching, are you guys returning viewers or are you new to my stream channel? I was just saying earlier that we just moved into this flat. The earlier streams I did was at an Airbnb, and we actually live in a city in the south of France called Antibes. Oh, here we go. There's a paper underneath. Yeah, we live in a city called Antibes in the south of France, and it's the summer, and there's so many tourists who come here in the summer. If you don't know, right now it's the Cannes Film Festival. I'm just gonna wash my hands. Right now it's the Cannes Film Festival, and we're just about a 15-minute drive from Cannes. So it's basically the start of the really hectic tourist season, if they haven't already started to come in. And it's really, really hard to find a place to rent due to a lot of flats being secondary homes for people who are older and more wealthy who can afford a second home, or people who are retired and they like to come here for the summer, or a lot of expats who have relocated from here from, I know the UK is a big one, a lot of Americans, some Canadians, I think. And it's just really hard and it's really crazy in the summer to find anything, even Airbnbs, and it's really crazy overpriced. So where we're staying now is like a 1-bedroom, and I think we were only able to find this because we found them through Airbnb and we basically negotiated with them directly. And we also realized that it's a nursing home, so it's a little bit irregular, yeah, but it's honestly quite nice. It's actually really nice because, like I was saying, this is completely newly renovated and nobody's lived in here before us. So they even have some appliances here that are new, and it's just a really quiet community, quite convenient. There's grocery stores, there's Action, another German retailer, just below us. And then there's just a few grocery stores around. The beach is literally across the road. There's some beachside restaurants. So the area itself, it's a mix of industrial, commercial property, but then there's a few residents here. So yeah, it's quite an interesting experience. I don't think so. What do you mean you don't think so? What were you referring to? Sorry, I didn't see that. Yeah, so it's quite nice. It's nice and quiet. It's all old people living here, so everyone's really nice and respectful. They say hi and bye when they walk in and out, which is quite nice because that doesn't happen so much anymore. So yeah, it's actually not bad. And we were just honestly pretty happy to find a place to stay because it has not been easy, let me tell you. So what I normally do is, for a size like this, I'm just gonna cut it into, let's see, half, like this. I don't even know what kind of knife this is, but this is what they had here, so I'm using it for now. And then I'm gonna cut this half into twos. Alright, so I'm just gonna use one of these portions for my salad bowl today. Careful, there's pepper behind you. Pepper? What do you mean? There's pepper behind me? Yeah, so I'm gonna use one of these portions, and then this I'm just going to, I think I'll keep it in the freezer. Behind on your right. What do you mean here? Or here? Left behind? I don't know what you mean. Near to the plant. Oh. Sorry, I'm nearsighted, so I couldn't see it. Oh, okay. I know what you mean now. I'm just gonna rinse my hands real quick. I don't know if anyone else is like this, but every time I'm cooking, I wash my hands like 50 times because I'm really scared of the cross-contamination. All right, so I'm going to marinate my salmon a little bit, and I'm actually going to microwave my salmon because today it's just me, and whenever I'm cooking just for me, I get really lazy. Not all the time, sometimes I like to make nice meals, plated nicely, candlelight and everything. But today is just one of those days. Anyways, I'm just eating like a salad bowl, so it's just something simple. So I'm gonna take the smaller slab, put it here, and just clean it off with a paper towel a little bit. Do the same with the others. Okay. And then I have to get some soy sauce. I just moved in here, so I'm still figuring out where I put everything. Bit of soy sauce. I don't know if you can see. Okay, yeah, you can. Okay. Soy sauce. What do I feel like? Okay, maybe some sesame oil. Classic Asian flavors. What else? Maybe a bit of mirin. So where's everybody watching from? Because I'm based in France. I'm originally from Toronto, Canada. I've been living here for now, I think it's been 2 years now. And before I was in, just use a brush. Before I was in a city called Montpellier because I found a job there, working at a marketing agency, a small local one. And my husband, he got relocated because he found a new job. And so now we're in Antibes. All right, so what else do I want on here? Maybe a little bit of sesame salt. All my spices and herbs are here. No, it's like this. Yeah, I'll just use some garlic salt. Not too much because I put some soy sauce already. Trying to also cut my salt intake, although my salt intake is not that bad. So this I will set aside to marinate. And then this I need to put away in maybe a Ziploc bag. Where's my bags? So is everybody joining here? Oh wait, yeah, 2 portions. Is everybody joining for my healthy recipe, or what are you guys up to? I don't know if it'll fit. Alright, I'm just going to fold this over. Might not freeze it yet, in case we have it in the next couple days. So, put it in my fridge. We have a very tiny fridge as well. It's okay, we'll work with it. Plus the grocery store is close by, so. Yeah, it's going to get a bit of used to living here, but I'm pretty glad we found something for a decent budget. I don't know what the housing prices are like for where you guys live, but right now we're paying 2,000 euros for a 1-bedroom. It's actually quite a lot, even for this city, because we were aiming for a budget of maybe 1,500, plus like all the utilities and everything. And now because it's the summer and there's also a few other administrative issues that we're going through, so unfortunately we have to pay the price. And luckily my husband's company is able to help us out a little bit, better than nothing. So yeah. And I don't know how you guys feel about the whole Airbnb and housing crisis issue. I would like to know what you guys think, because I personally don't use a lot of Airbnb, but sometimes when we travel we do use it, especially my husband likes to check out the Airbnbs. We use it when we are looking for a cottage to rent when we go back to Canada. Yeah, and I think it's quite nice for families if you go together with maybe 6 or more people, something like that. It's quite nice to all be together in one place. Or if you go for a long-term trip, like a week or 2 at least, then it's nice to be able to have a place to cook your own meals. But yeah, it's also, the flip side is that it's really difficult to find housing because of Airbnb, partly. So I would be totally for it if governments start to put some more regulations, which I believe Spain has already started to do, and I'm for it. I'm just washing my chopping board here because I used one side, the back side, for my salmon, and I'm going to use the other side for my veggies. Usually I should have 2 so that I don't cross-contaminate. But again, we're relocating, so I don't have all my kitchen tools and equipment and pantry stuff with me. So yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with the situation with Airbnb. It's really sad because it wasn't started out this way for for landlords to basically just rip people off and stuff, but yeah. Sorry, it's not meant to be a negative stream. Alright, so let me see. Sorry, it's taking me a while to wash my chopping board because the sink here is so tiny and shallow. Okay, it's done. It's clean now. Alright. So my salmon is marinating, which I'll cook in the microwave in a second. I know for a fact that I want to have these peppers in my bowl. Maybe I'll go with like, should I do yellow or red? I'm not sure. I'm trying to make it like a rainbow bowl, you know, just add some colors to make it look more appetizing. So I have salmon, and I'm gonna put avocado, I hope it's ripe enough. I have cucumber, I have a bunch of herbs. Maybe yellow? What do you guys think? Whenever I'm eating alone, I feel like I just eat way healthier. I don't know why. And one day I was on Instagram. Ooh, where's my knife? Oh, here. One day I was on Instagram and I saw like a meme about how girls, when they're with their boyfriends, they eat like pigs. They eat junk food and everything, fast food, or big meals. And I'm just gonna use this to hold on my kitchen scraps. And when they eat alone, they eat like 2 bites of cheese and some celery sticks, you know. I don't know why that's a thing. Can someone please explain to me why we do this? I realize that I do it, and apparently a lot of other people do it too. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because those kind of foods are really enjoyable, so you want to share it with somebody you love, and that's why you like savor those moments for that. I don't know. Somebody explain it to me. Alright, I might as well just go ahead and cut it then. I'm gonna dice it, I think. By the way, how do you guys cut your peppers if you cook? Because I'm just gonna put, because I saw this video of this chef, I guess, and he was like, why do you guys have such a hard time cutting peppers? And he just demonstrates how he cuts it, and he's just like cutting the top and bottom off, and then taking the pith out with his knife, and then it's basically flattened at this point, so then he can just like chop it up really nicely. But I don't really like doing it like that. I tried it once, and after I watched the video on Instagram, and then I realized that it's kind of annoying to, because I'm not gonna waste the top and bottom. Then I have to cut around the stem and stuff, and I was like, okay, no, this method's not for me. I'm just gonna cut it my way, which is actually not even how I did it today. I guess because I'm streaming, so I don't think as clearly when I'm streaming. I'll get a plate to hold everything. So is anybody here a returning viewer? Let me know if you are. And if you're not, and you would like to continue watching my streams, join my little conversations, please follow me. I've just started, I think I've started the 70 followers goal recently. And I started streaming, I think, more than a month ago now. And it's actually been quite nice. I got to catch up with some friends who use Twitch, and oh my gosh, this kitchen is really tiny. And I got to meet some new friends through Twitch. And before this, if you don't know, I didn't use Twitch ever. Though my husband Guillaume is always on Twitch. He's always watching gamers on Twitch. And then what else? Let me think. So, oh, my avocado. Yeah, my avocado is weird because it's kind of turned darker, but it's not very soft yet. Yeah, and I peeled off the stem and it's kind of still like a bright green, so I don't have high hopes for it, but this is all we got to work with for now. The rest are quite unripe, so I'm just going to pray that this avocado will be good. I love avocados. Let me see. Yeah, it's not great. Can you see that? It's like, you can just tell that it's not very ripe yet. Yeah, it's kind of hard still. Oh well. If I had a blender, what I could do is maybe blend it up to turn it into a sauce or a dressing or a smoothie, but I don't have my little food processor with me. It's in storage. Oh man, yeah, it's no good. Oh, I'm sad. It's so disappointing when you open up an avocado and it's either it's all black inside or it's not ripe. I think it's worse when it's not ripe, because even if it's starting to rot a little bit, I'll just like eat around it. But it's still ripe, you know, it's got that buttery taste. Oh well. It's okay, it's still good for me. Oh man, it's not even coming off the peel so well. Oh, I just realized I forgot to put any sort of music today. I don't know if the music is it nicer with the music or not? Oh yeah, this is sad. Oh, I was looking forward to this. I don't know what to do with it now. Does anybody have suggestions? Because it's definitely not going to taste good in the bowl. Nah, it tastes like watery. I mean, no. It's still, the texture is still like you're eating a fruit. Like it's a little bit crunchy. It's like a crunchy plum kind of thing. Alright, maybe I'll skip the avocado then. I'm not sure. I'm just gonna leave it here for now. Yeah. Alright, let's work on the cucumber then. The salmon should be done in just 5 minutes in the microwave. And yeah, it's the first time I'm going to microwave salmon. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but I remember during COVID, I was following David Chang, the celebrity chef, and he would cook so many things in the microwave. I guess it's also in part because I think he was developing like a microwave, what would you call it, like a multifunctional bowl that you can put in the microwave. And it's called Any Day, I think. And so he develops so many recipes that will go with it. I'm not sure if he has a business interest in it, but I think so. Okay, just gonna do cubes of cucumber. plastic. Yeah, my knife is not very sharp either, unfortunately. I think later when I'm done cooking, I might just, I can still stream and eat, but I think I'm just gonna put something on to watch because my community is not that big yet, so I don't have so many viewers. So then I end up just kind of like eating in silence alone, which is kind of sad. So I'm gonna put on something to watch, but if anybody joins, I can still see that, you know, if you message me or something, I can still answer.